All right, welcome to the Crash Culture, the podcast show with special guest host Reishard Johnson.
What's going on?
Reishard.
Yeah.
I said, what's going on?
I said, what's going on, bro?
Okay, all right. Like, man, I want to talk about this shit, man. This ASAP Rocky getting aid from Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and Donald Trump. All right. How you feel about that? I remember you were saying something to me about. He said something before. He said something a while ago that you ain't like.
Oh man, I don't know word for word of it, but what I was told, what I read and seen is that ASAP Rocky, when he was in an interview with TMZ, and they asked him about his outlook, and his outtake on, police brutality and racism in America. So and his response was, "Huh?"
So basically, about Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
And his response was very troubling as a black young man. He made it seem that it's unaffected to him because he is a rich black man, so it don't affect him. He don't really cares for the Black Lives Matter movement, basically. So with that being said, he's moving for black people to look out for him because he's in Switzerland and he feels racially profiled there.
He's in Sweden, not Switzerland. Sweden.
Oh, Sweden. I'm sorry. He's in Sweden and he's being racially profiled there by the Caucasian over there.
Okay, so basically, he don't give a fuck about Black Lives Matter. And then fast forward to now, he's locked up because some white guys was fucking with him. And, he's getting the short end of the stick because he's a black guy and his life matters. So, and him and all his friends want us to pray for him and wish him well wishes and protest for him. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it. I'm an ASAP Rocky fan. The funny thing about it is I like ASAP music, from Long Live ASAP to At Last ASAP to his first couple of albums. I really love ASAP Rocky because that was at a time when Jay-Z and Kanye was dominating with the Watch the Throne and all of that shit, all of that music that they was putting out on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, and he was like, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Like he even said it in a song, like you talking Jay, take a razor blade across your face and then walk away. Like he even said that on one of his tracks, like he made it known like he didn't like their ass at that time. And he was a young nigga. Everybody's like, what? You talking crazy? They about to kill your career. And after that, his career shined. So I always liked the rebel. You feel me? And to me, at that time, he seemed like a rebel from the streets. And he was a New York dude wearing a full set of grills. And that was like a down south thing. And he had down south influences. But enough about why I was a fan of ASAP and why I liked his music. More so to how I feel about these comments. I feel like it make me like not really give a fuck whether he in jail or not. I'm a person that can separate me and my fandom of their music or the things that they do from the actual person. You know what I'm saying? His comments make me care more or less about him as a person? They make me care less, obviously, because I'm a person that go through all of this shit within the struggle of trying to be successful in America as a black man. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Black Lives Matter, when they came out with that movement, that was a real thing. And they was trying to get attention nationally for the injustices that were going on in our community. And it's something that is a part of all of us as black men and women growing up in America. We all go through this shit, and they was for our cause. And for him to say that asinine shit, it just make me look at him like an asshole. So I don't give a fuck about this asshole. His music, yeah, cool, dope, fire. I'll listen to it to this day. I'll bump that shit while he locked up, even if he had to serve life. Well, nigga, I'll be riding around bumping ASAP. But do I give a fuck about his plight and his situation? No, because he came out with that asshole shit, and it just makes me question, like, when you get money, like, is that the way every black person gonna act when you get money? Because I know if I get money, I ain't gonna act like that.
Yeah, because with that meaning that, Joe, because we know better. Because we're living through the times that we see what's going on within our community, and we say, you know what, we ain't gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be a better person and use that platform to build our community. You see, what ASAP problem was, you know, he felt like he was better than all the black people in the community. You know what I'm saying? How he said it, how he portrayed it. He made it sound like he's better than us. You know what I'm saying? Bro, so now what's going on, Mr. Rich Man? You in prison now in Sweden. What's going on, bro? Oh.
Yeah, you know what? And the media is the culprit of this. They play devil's advocate a lot. Because they ask Lil Wayne questions like that when he was drunk and high off lean and shit like that. And he was like, he's a young black man living in America. He doesn't experience racism. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of black dudes that come up off of talking about the struggle in our communities, and they know what the fuck really going on. Kanye's another person that know what really going on, but when they get money, it's like it changes them.
See, let me tell you something. Why?
And that makes me sick.
And you just gotta think about it.
They be some old Uncle Tom ass niggas, bro.
They want to keep stay in the media's eye. Because being in the media's eye and attention, you're always going to be somebody to listen to, especially if you are a Kanye West or a Lil Wayne that says these very stupid ass comments that they don't feel racism. It's like racism don't touch them because they're rich. LeBron James, prime example. A very wealthy black man, successful NBA player. I can't say he's the best NBA player in the world, but I'm gonna say about number 2, 3. But he's very successful, and he knows the struggle of being a black man in America.
You know where he come from. He knew where he came from. That's the thing about it. When you get successful, you gotta remember where you come from, and that's how that shit like dictate how you act once you got it. You feel me? Because I know I'm not leading the people that's been down with me high and dry once I got it, you know, like friends and family and whatever. But them people that wasn't riding with me for the cause and shit like that, fuck them. You know, it's with ASAP Rocky, he got his whole little clique of niggas within ASAP that been with him and ride with him all the way to that point. So if anything, to me, it should make him still stay more connected and more down. You know, but he got into all of that fashion shit. That fashion shit separated him because that fashion shit, once you be in them industry with all them gay white dudes and stuff like that, and they be putting you on like this runway and that runway, and you be doing it, just fuck with your brain. Like that's what happened to Kanye. I think fashion is kind of making these guys turn against their community in a way.
Yes,
I think fashion is making young black men. It's interesting because, you know, you could be swagged out and still rep your hood. You know, Nipsey owned his own clothing store and was still repping his own hood. So it just show you, like, you know, he had his own brand with Adidas, a brand of shoe that he was coming out with. Like, it just show you the right blueprint for how you act when you get money and when you get to the success and the hard work that you have to put behind it. And it show you the blueprint for how not to act when you get money and when you get success. Like Kanye had $1 billion shoe company and totally lost itself, but trying to pretend like he's still in contact with his community and shit. Like he's still connected to the streets. He even changed the way he talked. Like Kanye be like, if you hear him talk, he sound like a gay white dude. You know what I'm saying? When back in the day when he was like going through that whole thing before he lost his mom and he got into that car accident, he was sounding like almost like a gangster with like a little slur in his speech and stuff. So it's weird to me, bro, how these niggas act, bro, when they get money, bro. It's just weird to me.
But Kanye West, the problem was he got with Kardashian as well.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these dudes getting with the Kardashians flip their minds that shit, they couldn't really do nothing for Lamar Odom because he was on crack. Travis Scott, I can say that it ain't really affecting him as much. I don't really see Travis Scott like I know Travis is like he's still doing his thing with his music and whatever little businesses that he got out, but I don't see it like flipped his mind. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see it really fuck up his mind because he always been like an introverted kind of weird guy. You know, that's the only guy that the Kardashians I don't think fucked up. Tiger, it fucked him up, like derailed his whole career. We ain't hear about him for a long ass time until Soulja Boy brought up that Tiger. Before that, I ain't really hear shit about him. But yeah, the Kardashians, boy, them motherfuckers, there, boy. They saying whatever black guy, whoever they got, career on a downturn, almost all of them. But yeah, man. I'm not gonna be one of them people that say like, fuck them. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be one of the people that scream free ASAP. You know, because of them comments that he made. That's just how I feel about him right now. I don't know, maybe my feelings will change.
On the Twitter, man, they got Justin Bieber and Kim Kardashian, Donald Trump. You know, they got this little thing going. It's hashtag. Where is it? It says it's hashtag. Give me a minute. I just seen it. Justice for
ASAP Rocky.
No, justice for Rocky. That's hashtag demand.
Whatever, bro. I don't, like I said, bro. I don't really give a fuck about it, bro. Because like yeah, you got all these white people rallying for him because and the funny thing about it is when he get out of jail, it's gonna make him not even really care about us anymore, even more, because he said those comments before, and it would have been funny if he was one of those guys that really cared about us, like how they would have acted toward him. Would they really try to get him out? But since he made those comments kind of distancing himself from black people, it's like, yeah, Donald Trump's like he's on our side and he's going to pull more black people like him that don't really give a fuck about the black community struggles to our side. So it's like a political tactic and a political ploy. And Kanye is like giving Trump another person to pull him other black voters, the ones that are in the middle of the fence. So it's a big ass game, bro. All that shit is a big ass game, bro. Because I'm pretty sure there's been so many other black dudes that be locked up that ain't got the name that he got. They be locked up in a foreign country and they don't do shit to get their ass out. So, you know, like I said, that's why I say I don't really give a fuck about ASAP, just the way they don't give a fuck about most black people. So my question is this though. So you think Donald Trump would have to give a fuck? It was Colin Kaepernick in jail. If it was Colin Kaepernick in jail, I think Trump would say, yeah, let him stay in there. We don't want him here. He don't want to be here. Like, I bet you $1 million he'd be saying some asinine shit like that. You know, but like I say, it's because ASAP Rocky said those comments in the past, distancing himself from the black community. And Trump sees like, okay, I can get more voters, more black voters through endorsing him to come from that country. So Trump is all about making power moves and power plays right now. Okay, because he didn't fucked up the presidency so bad, he's looking for any way he can to gain some type of ground on voters because he almost know it's a certainty in the next presidential election that he's gonna get voted out and the Democrats gonna take the seat. So he's doing everything he can to hold on to like 4 more years of power so he can fuck it up even more. He loves this power. Trump loves that power. All right, and he's doing anything to keep it. He's doing everything and anything to keep it. And I'm gonna tell you like this: he's gonna steal more money from the American people. He's gonna steal more money than you ever dreamed that he could do. In those first 4 years, he's gonna do it even more. Like everybody tries to talk all this shit about Barack Obama not doing nothing for the black community. Well, Trump damn sure ain't do shit for the black community, and he's not going to. And he said racist comments before. Like take those comments what he said about AOC and those other girls in the house. He was telling like, oh, they go back to their country. You know how many white people feel like that about black people? That we should just go back to our country when this is our country.
Yep.
You know, so it is what it is, bro. That's why I say, bro, it's just another game that they're gonna play with ASAP. That's why I say I don't give a fuck. They didn't get my vote. I don't give a fuck what they do. Unless I'm gonna tell you, one way Trump can get my vote, I'm gonna make this clear and let it be known right now to the world. The only way Trump get my vote is if black people get reparations. That's the only way that motherfucker get my vote. If he do that, if Trump can pull that shit off, I'm telling you right now, I will vote for him now and forever. All right? If he can pull that off. All right. I'll forgive whatever he's done and said in the past. Hey, yeah, grab him by the pussy. I'll be screaming it too. If he can get reparations. But more than likely, with the racists that he had backing him, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So he would never, ever get my vote. He didn't get it the first time, and he's not going to get it ever. I'm just saying.
No, bro, and what's the icing on the cake for me, bro, is when I watched that movie, bro. When they see us, bro. When I read the article.
When they see us shit, bro, nobody give a fuck, bro. All right? We all know what happens when they see us, bro. This is something that's been...
Nigga, you're not even letting me finish saying what I was saying.
All right.
I said, what the icing on the cake when I saw when they see us and I heard what he said on that movie, bro. That made me know that this nigga here is a fuck nigga, bro. I don't fuck with him.
Bro.
He wanted to push the goddamn death penalty on innocent kids.
Bro, but Trump's daddy was evicting black people from their house, from their homes, bro. So we all know Trump has been a racist since before he was born, bro. That's not surprising me. I don't need to see when they see us to know that. By the way, I don't mean like fuck when they see us the movie, because it is a powerful movie and people need to see it. But I'm saying like fuck, like trying to just jump to whatever trends going on to continue to highlight issues that's been going on in our community for years. Like, why do we need trends to keep pushing that? Like, we don't need no trends to keep pushing that shit. That shit need to be universally known and recognized, and it need to be solved. We need to be pushing trends that solve it. You see what I'm saying? That trend of reparations been around for a long time, but don't nobody push that trend that much, and don't nobody push different variations of that trend. You know what I'm saying? Like, every black family should get this amount of land. Let's make that a meme challenge or some shit. You feel me? Like, that's what I'm talking about. When I say fuck that movie, I don't mean like literally like fuck that movie. I'm saying like fuck that trend. Fuck us just gravitating to whatever trend highlights the abuse, the systematic abuse that black people endure. But whatever trend it is. All right, because we already know that this is universally known. Let's pull up trends that highlight the solutions for it, and let's push for those things to happen.
You're right.
Yeah, man. But closing up, man, I just want to say, man, it just goes to show you, bro, when you get money, you could act a fool with it, like a lot of black dudes do. Or you can get money and do the right thing with it, like few of us do, you know? All right, we're back with Crash Culture, the podcast show. And on this next segment, this is a very controversial topic, but all our topics are controversial. I mean, it is crash culture. We're going to talk about it's not no funny shit, bro. This is some serious shit.
It's some real shit, but it's funny though.
Nah. This not funny, bro. This is some serious shit. You gonna have people with Twitter fingers getting in your DM and blowing that bitch up, bro. You better be dead serious for this shit. The question is, can two homosexual parents raise a child without psychologically damaging them? Okay. Can two homosexual parents raise a child, whether that be a man and a man raising a little boy or a little girl, or a woman and a woman raising a little boy or a little girl? Because what happened is, I was on Facebook, and I think it was this girl named Damo or some stuff like that. Some girl who was gay.
Okay.
Wound up, she was wearing all of the man clothes and all of the stuff like that. Then she just felt like one day having a kid. I don't know. She wanted some dick one day. I don't know what the hell was going on with her in her mind. She just wanted to have a kid. So she got pregnant, and she posted the before and the after of her having the boy, and then the baby coming out of her and stuff like that. And like, I didn't look no more into that. I just said in my mind, like, damn, like, I wonder how she gonna raise this little boy to be a man, and he gonna see her with another woman. Like, is it gonna fuck him up mentally, like, in the long run? I know a lot of people say that no, it wouldn't. The people that want to be politically correct, like, oh, well, what a mother from being a mother, you know what I'm saying? When she's trying to be a dad, that's probably gonna stop her, but whatever, it is what it is. And for me, what take the cake is a man and a man trying to raise another little boy to be a man. Like that, like, I don't agree with that shit at all. Like, you can say what you want about me, bro. You can call me homophobe, all of that shit. Like, bruh, if my old boy had another man that he was with and in front of me all day long, that shit would fuck me up, bro. Whether I would despise them or whether I would want to be like that, it would just fuck me up mentally. I know that. That wouldn't give me a chance to really decide for myself, like, what is the natural way a man should be in this world. You feel me? Like, that would take that whole, impression of, by default, like a man and a woman, a man and a woman get married, a man and a woman have a child. That would take that away. Because I'm gonna be thinking like, oh, how was I born? Especially if I don't have no contact with my mom or whatever, how was I born? I'm gonna be thinking about that, like, oh, was it a man and a man? Oh, this is how life's supposed to be. And if I go see a woman and a man, that would probably fuck me up. So, I'm just interested, like, what's your take on it? I know you before have said, like, no, like, hell no, like, immediately no. Like,
all right. So,
homosexual parents raise a child without damaging that child.
No, they can't. I'm sorry. This is a very deep topic to talk about, but it's got to be said, bro. And I'm gonna keep it up with you. I'm gonna be real.
If you saying no off the rip,
well, it's a very deep topic because it's a very, very, very strong community that LGBTQ is. All right, and speaking on this,
that's society making it deep. That's society.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to, because with a society like that strengthening that, bro, it makes this topic very hard to talk about, bro, because you don't want to be a hate monger, but when you just talking about something that's logically true, you still have that feeling of, damn, I'm being hate, I'm a hater, or I'm a homophobe, something that's a negative output on the person that's going to speak on it.
Hold on, let me say this to you. Let me ask you this question too. You know what's so funny is that the LGBTQ community complains and cries for equal rights all the time, but isn't it unequal or unfair that whenever somebody gives their opinion about something like this, that you cry that they're being, like, homophobic or sexist? Because
drop mic, because that's exactly what it is, bro. It's biased thing. It's a very biased thing, bro. It's a very biased thing.
That's being, like, a little bit hypocritical. You feel me?
Oh yes.
That's being a little bit hypocritical. And another thing what the LGBTQ community tries to compare it to or liken it to is like racism in America and segregation. Like they're being like someone being racist against them because it's not the same thing. People couldn't choose to be black. Nobody chose what race they are when they're born. You feel me? So to try and compare that to something that you chose, you feel me, is a little bit different. You can say, I don't give a fuck how many times people tell me that they was born like that. Ain't no way in hell
you motherfucking way.
As a baby boy, and immediately say you want another baby boy. You know what I'm saying? Your reproductive system was not created for another man. You know, like it don't work like that. You don't connect to that.
It don't. It really don't, bro. It's a psychological thing, bro. It really is mental, bro. Because, come on, sexual fantasy, sexual, you know, things about a person that draws a person to each other. It's drawn off of your emotion. It's drawn off of your thoughts, bro. It's drawn off your mentality, bro. It's psychological, bro. Sexual activities come off of psychological things, bro. Because you can see as a man, you know, a straight man. I look at a female, and I'm first looking at her ass, bro. Like that fat ass, bro. Then looking at her face, she a pretty motherfucker. Then like I might say how a pussy look. Feel what I'm saying? That's just me sexualized woman, but that's a psychological thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a mental thing. Because I'm mentally in love with a woman. Mm-hmm. Now, when a man have that same tendency for another man, or a woman has that same tendency for another woman, ain't no motherfucking way you're gonna say I was born this way. You cannot born nowhere except a man and a female. What you like is what you like. You can like what you want to like. That's the baseline. But you cannot say and sit in this world and say you was born this way, because God did not make mistakes. So how I feel about the situation is this: if you're a man and you're gay, just say that. Just be real, man. I feel like I want to be with another man. That's your feelings. Oh, I wasn't born the right way. I was supposed to be born a girl. How? I feel like a girl.
Bro, stick to the topic is, I know that this really charge you and really make a lot of straight men like go in my mind like that shit doesn't compute. But the topic is, can they raise a child together? Can two homosexual parents raise a child without damaging them mentally?
Okay, so my answer for that is no.
But you gotta elaborate on your answer.
Yeah,
you're making yourself seem like a homophobe by going off.
Joe, hold on now. I said no because of one reason, bro. I can't wrap my mind around the whole fact that two men with a little boy teaching this boy Lord knows what, bro. Two men can't teach a boy to be a man. I'm sorry. It's like that. You lose all credibility.
As a boy how to be a man. Why two men can't teach a boy how to be a man? You're not elaborating on why these two men. If you're just gonna say two men, you gotta be specific, bro. Because two straight men can't teach a boy how to be a man. Why not?
Two homosexual men cannot teach a boy to be a man.
Why?
All right, so the reason why, this is my reason. If you're a little boy growing up and you see your two fathers, quote unquote, as gay men together, and they're walking around holding hands and they're kissing each other, and Lord knows whatever else they do when you're not around, but you know somehow you're around the gayness, what's going on, you understand? And you go out in public and go to school, and you see little Ashley walking around, and you looking at her, and you like, she cool. But then you see little Timmy right around there, and you say, hey man, my dad's with a guy. Let me just see if I can be with Timmy.
Bro, you basically saying what the fuck I said. You basically said exactly what the fuck I just said earlier, bro. about how two men being together could psychologically damage the boy because the boy gonna think that's the norm. That's how things are supposed to go.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be.
All you had to do is say, "Oh, it's just like what you said earlier." You going into this, you running around in circles, bro. So, all right, what are the effects? Let me ask you this question, since I didn't answer it. I ain't say nothing about it. What would be some effects of two women raising a girl or a boy? Or no, two women. Like, say, for instance, with that case with Damo, what would be the effects of her son being raised by her and another woman?
Well, see, woman doesn't have that same tendency, so the case would be this, bro. This would be the problem right here, bro. I can't teach him how to be a boy. You don't have no penis. You feel what I'm saying? So how are you gonna teach him the anatomy of a boy, of a man? Understand what I'm saying? He gonna grow up one day. His balls gonna drop. He gonna have hormone problems. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna see a female, and then he gonna feel like, damn, why are my hormones kicking in? Bam, my mom ain't taught me these things.
Basically, what you're saying is that the boy won't know how he won't really know himself as a man. He's gonna have to learn everything on his own. He won't have somebody to look to if he's being raised by two women.
Yes.
And the same could be said for a female that's being raised by two men. She wouldn't know who to look to for a period and whatnot. Yeah. So nobody either. Not having a parent or a step parent or somebody in the household of the opposite sex. But isn't this like, it's almost like being raised by a single parent?
Oh yeah.
Isn't it somewhat likened to that? Being raised by a single parent? So a lot of these children growing up they have all of these scientific studies of how all of these kids grow up with all of these, mental disorders or problems with them, and they figure them out later on in life when they become adults because they were raised with a single mom and the dad wasn't in the household. You feel me? Isn't that similar to that? Being raised with two moms or two dads in the household. I can draw a lot of similarities to that.
Yeah, because of what you just said, bro. You understand? If you have two different opposite sex in the house, how can they raise a child? Especially if you have a female, if you have a lesbian couple and having a son, how would they raise that little boy to be a man? And then vice versa, if you have a gay fathers and they have a daughter, how will they teach that little girl how to be a woman? It's just not. It's wrong. And it's not natural, bro. You feel what I'm saying? It's not natural. You feel what I'm saying? I don't listen. They can love what they love, like I've been saying for the longest. But as two gay parents, I don't think they should raise kids unless they want to know that it's not right. Because I don't.
So basically,
I can't elaborate on that shit because what I want to say, I got fucked up.
Listen. I got what you're saying. What you're saying is that two people that are of the same sex trying to raise children, they shouldn't raise those children because it's immoral. Okay.
Yes.
And it's not natural. All right. And they should just love whoever they want to love and not worry about raising a child because that's reserved for straight people that have the ability to procreate children without science.
Yes.
Okay, that's what you were saying, basically.
Yes.
So you are saying, Reishard, that gay people should go extinct.
You're fucking God. You're fucking God. It's a bitch right here. Joe, what the fuck? You an asshole, bro.
I'm just putting the words together as you were saying them. I'm trying to figure out because All right, well, welcome back to the Crash Culture Podcast Show. Well, like I said, man, we got to get back into this topic, man, before we had these little technical difficulties of Harvey Weinstein, whatever the fuck that guy name is, and Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and Donald Trump, and all of these sexual assault allegations coming on the heels of the Me Too movement, and how it's unfair. Speaking of, it's funny that we are speaking about equality in the LGBTQ community when there still isn't any equality in the Black community on a whole plethora of issues, this being one of them. Like, I'm all for, sickos going to jail or these perverts going to jail, you feel me? I'm all for that shit. Because if you don't have enough self-control to know when a female says, no, I don't want you, you ugly, get the fuck out of my face, like, something wrong with you. If you don't understand that, something wrong with you. You feel me? It's a billion women out here in this world. You feel me? And it's so easy for you to go out there and pay her for a prostitute or something else. They'll fuck you for the money, and just when she done, you know what I'm saying, and you done, you can go about your business. But to try and take that from a woman, like, that's beyond sick, And that's another thing, like I said, what confuses me about this whole thing, because they now calling, do they call rape sexual assault, or are they calling sexual harassment sexual assault? That whole shit is confusing to me. If it's rape, just call it rape. I know it's an ugly word and people are scared of words now. I don't know why they're scared of words. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I'm gonna get into that later. But it's just weird. It's just weird to me, dog. It's just weird to me. Like, they won't call it rape or they won't call it sexual harassment for whatever reason. But it's not. It's like they're gonna label Bill Cosby as what, a rapist? Or
yes,
he's a rapist, right?
Yes, he's there with a rapist.
So why would he doing all that? Oh, he sexually assaulted her. Like, I don't know. That's a media term. That's one of them media terms nowadays, bro.
Yeah, it really is, because what they're trying to do is because of his maybe because of his famous, how famous he is, they didn't want to really call him a rapist.
The word rape by saying sexual assault. I mean, that's another tactic that the media and the government does. They changes the word. They change the words and the terminology in certain headline news to make you feel different ways about it. Like, with all of these stuff, like, whenever they shoot a nigga and get away with it, they'll ask a question like, did this young black man, or did this young black deserve to be shot? You know what I'm saying? They'll headline shit like that instead of cop gets away with murdering innocent black man. Instead of saying something like that, they term it. We all know this. The media term shit different based on who they biases toward. You feel me?
True.
Like, I had a paper on that in college on media bias, but yeah. So Bill Cosby's a rapist. So Harvey Weinstein, Donald Trump, all of those guys are rapists too, or they're guys that sexually harass people?
Well, right now Harvey Weinstein is still arrested. He still have a charge against him.
What is it, bro?
2018, May 25th. Right now, as we speak, about the
did that sexual assault shit. They say sexual assault.
Yeah.
So basically rape.
Basically rape.
Oh.
And Kevin Spacey, here go the bullshit. Kevin Spacey charge was dropped.
Yeah,
against him.
His charge is dropped though.
One of the alleged victims pled the fifth.
Oh, because she didn't want to speak. Oh, that should be traumatizing for these females sometimes, bro. And especially if it's somebody that got a lot of power, like he's on all of our Netflix, like, little tab screens in the House of Cards thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, they fuck a lot of females up mentally, of the dude that sexually assaulted them or raped them is powerful. But What about your boy R. Kelly, man? That boy, I heard that boy got hit with 11 counts. 11
Oh
counts.
man, yes. R. Kelly was hit with 11 counts from this time. New York. New York is hitting him with 11 count of sexual assault and sexual with a minor.
Oh, that boy, he ain't never learned.
Yeah, it's this sex. So
you know, he ain't never learned from peeing on that girl. You know that, right? He ain't never
but Joe, check this out, bro. It's kind of awkward, if you know what I'm saying, how these charges just coming out of nowhere, R. Kelly. So now what the story is this. Now this is what the story is.
They coming out of nowhere.
R. Kelly.
Hold on, I just caught what you said. They coming out of nowhere. We been knew he been no bitches since I was like in middle school, elementary. I knew he been no bitches.
This is what I'm saying. Oh, before you run me down, this is what I'm saying. All these charges now are flying out of nowhere, okay? Because it says now R. Kelly has been going around the United States from Illinois to New York, and on this way he's picking up underage minors, girls, to put them in his videos and his music, music performances, and then for exchange of sex, basically. So his charges are included with soliciting sex with a minor, sexual misconduct with underage girls, and 13 counts related to making a procuring of child pornography. That's what R. Kelly charges are. Okay, so R. Kelly. So what I'm talking about is this, bro. With all this speculating about R. Kelly of all these allegations, which we know 90% is true. You understand? What the fuck going on when it comes to nigga like Donald Trump that verbally said out his mouth, verbally on live TV, that if the women don't want him, all you have to do is just grab by the pussy.
All right, listen, let's check this out. He didn't say it on live TV. It was a recording that they recorded him on. I think it was Jeb Bush that was with him, and they recorded him or some shit like that saying that shit. So it wasn't like he went on live TV and just blatantly said it to everybody's face. But the thing about it is he didn't like deny it or apologize for the shit. So it is live TV. But you know, we all know this is another systemic issue. This is another one of those, like, if it's right, it's white. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, white men can do whatever they want and get away with it. It's been like that for a long time. And systemically, there have not been nothing. Like, we can talk about this shit till we blue in the face. We just seen it a million times, like the Brock Turners and all of that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Until females start learning how to protect themselves and carry guns and shit like that, you know, these motherfuckers not gonna stop. And this is something that we gotta preach to our daughters and the young women in our communities. Like, it's a lot of creeps out here. You need to learn how to really protect yourself. You feel me? Because they can say that he could take something from you and get away with it. You feel me? So you need to learn how to protect yourself. You know? So whenever that motherfucker run up on you and try it, and you could fucking crush his nut sacks, you know, and he'll never try that shit with another female again. So,
yeah,
you know, and then you got to be careful about going in all of these clubs, and like, women nowadays, especially black women, got to be careful in general, but all women got to be careful to begin with, because it's a creep on every damn corner nowadays, bro. Economy fucked up. Trump preaching hatred. It's almost like we back in the 50s and shit again with segregation. You know, like the KKK members that just grab a black girl up just to rape her just because, or rape a white woman just because she like niggas. You know, so it's people got different motives for why they do that shit, and even with the children, like these sick motherfuckers like R. Kelly and stuff. I'm not saying like he's a straight up child predator. Like, I'm not saying that he's like that. He's a dude that just like young pussy. and he got a problem because they're not 18. It's not like he's looking for babies and shit like that. He's looking for girls that's underage, like girls that are in high school still. You know?
Yeah.
He's catching them just a little bit too early. He's just going a little bit too early. You wait a year. If he was patient enough, wait a year or two, you know, there wouldn't be nothing nobody could do. They'd say that's unethical or that's nasty for him to be like 40, 50 years old and her to be 18, but it wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't be illegal. It's illegal because he's trying to jump the gun, you know?
Yeah.
And we all, listen, I'm going to tell you like this here. We all seen this. We all know this. Girls nowadays that are in high school are trying to dress and look, not trying to, but they're starting to look more like grown-ass women. It's becoming harder to tell the difference between a high schooler and a girl that's on her second year of college. It's starting to become difficult. You got to start carding these bitches, all right? And then not only that, but they will also serve the pussy on a platter for you almost. Like they'll be all in your face. You know what I'm saying? Underage girls will get all in a grown man face because they see, just like these other girls in college and stuff like that, they see something that they could gain or something that they could benefit from him with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know how they like, you know how your mama used to tell your sister, hey girl, you better sit your ass down, get out people's face. You know what I'm saying? These girls ain't never get that lesson. You know, because their moms was the ones that their mom had to tell to sit their ass down and get out people's face. So, yeah, these young girls ain't learned that lesson, and that's what's getting them in a lot of trouble. And that's what's getting them into the situations like R. Kelly, you know, and not only that, but, you know, it's a sex trafficking is a big thing now, too.
Yes.
Sex
trafficking is modern day slavery.
Oh, yeah.
And
I got a side note. Congratulations to what's the girl named Ciola Davis or Ciola Brown? What's her name? She's getting out of jail in August. You remember the big story that Kim Kardashian had got on?
Yes. Yeah. The one with the girl that killed the raper.
That killed the rapist that bought her when she was 16 years old, and she did like 15 years in prison for killing her. Yeah, she's getting out of jail now. I think her name's Brown, something like that, something Brown. But she's real pretty now. She's a real pretty woman. And it's just sad that, you know, all of that stuff happened to her. And it's kind of like, I don't know if it'd be hard for her to find a dude, if the dude know who she is and know what she been through. Because, you know, a lot of us as men, we don't want, and this is probably what R. Kelly problem is. A lot of men, we don't like to talk about it, but we don't want no used up pussy.
True. Especially the one that was abused. Because now you gotta fix the trauma. She have, you know, trauma. She has she also have what do you call that word? Scars, damages,
emotional scars.
Yeah, she have all that.
Scars and trauma, they're all in the same ballpark. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of men don't want to deal with that. And I think that, like I said, that's probably what got R. Kelly in all of this trouble. He's trying to get females too young. He's trying to get them too much before their time of maturity. And he's getting what he deserves when it comes to that. He need to go to jail. He need to be sitting next to Bill Cosby in a jail cell. I personally don't think that Bill Cosby should have gotten as much time as he got, because that happened so long ago. And to me, it was like kind of like almost like the timing was too great. Like he was gonna buy a TV network, and then they all of a sudden came out with this shit. I feel like somebody got paid off to do that. I don't care whether he did it or not. I'm just saying, like, the time of that shit was too fucked up. The R. Kelly shit, R. Kelly been doing for this like for years. He's just been getting away with it because he was talented. And now he finally getting caught. You feel me? It's like, we didn't know that really about Bill Cosby. Like, I heard a lot of people talk about that in Hollywood, that was a thing that everybody knew about him. But we hear all of this stuff after the fact. Like D.L. Hughley talks about this shit after he got arrested and shit. Ain't nobody talk about this, and ain't nobody trying to spray him while he was doing this shit. Like even Damon Dash trying to spray R. Kelly now that he's getting caught up in the shit, but he didn't want to spray him then. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird, you know. It's just weird, like a lot of people in Hollywood and how they do. But all of these white guys, like, are getting away with it constantly.
You hear DL, you got nothing to say about that. Damon Dash, you got nothing to say about that. But see, this is what I'm saying about. This is what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about with our people, bro. Okay, we know R. Kelly wrong. He wrong. He dead wrong. But we are slandering this man so bad for it instead of helping him. For years, if we knew that he was sick like this, nobody say, you know what? Let's get this man some help. Instead of let's break him down and tear his character, let's go give him some help.
Bro, I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right bumba clot there. He always been like that. If he couldn't help himself as a grown ass man and know he needed help after that whole pissing on that female trial, like if he didn't know that he needed help after that, then my nigga, it is what it is.
But Joe, hold on now. Joe, how long? Wait.
I'm not saying that these motherfuckers.
Wait. We're gonna have this conversation. So, how long does it take for a person to get over emotional scars? If nobody helped them out. If nobody helped them, how long does it take them to heal?
Sometimes they may never get over it.
Damn. Did you know? Facts. R. Kelly was molested as a child.
By who?
By his own people. By his own. I think it was his. Hold on. It was. I think it was a uncle or cousin. One of them molested him. Okay. Kelly was molested as a child.
So what? I'm gonna feel sorry for him because he was molested as a child and he's going around here molesting others.
Scar. That's an emotional scar that nobody ever seems to help them. And say, you know what? We're gonna get
Reishard, your motherfucking mic, nigga. I don't know what the hell you doing with it, but you better fix that shit.
I ain't doing nothing to Mike.
Oh, well, that shit just went down. I heard that bitch go down, but whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you wasn't talking about shit anyways. You was talking about that stupid ass, like, we should feel sorry for R. Kelly shit. We not, listen.
But
you can be the president of Feel Sorry for R. Kelly Club.
At the end of the day, though, bro. At the end of the day, bro, we have to take, you know what I'm saying? We got to take responsibility for things we do know. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was around R. Kelly knew he was sick, and nobody helped him.
All right. Fuck that R. Kelly shit. Fuck that R. Kelly shit. I'm gonna drive my Me Too bus, and I want that Me Too bus to pick up every fucking body that, you know, like, it's not powerful enough to get Harvey Weinstein in jail. It's not powerful enough to get Donald Trump in jail, but that motherfucker better fuel up on some premium 93 gas and start lining these bitches up, or else I'm gonna think that this is another plot to get black men locked up. That's all I'm saying about the Me Too movement and about this whole issue. Like I said, I don't give a fuck of whatever trauma these people go through, because everybody goes through shit in life. All right, we all go through shit in life, and we all have to deal with it. We're not supposed to take that shit out on other people. And I'm not making no more excuses for R. Kelly than what has already been made for him over the years. All right, he did what he did multiple times. Everybody knew he was doing that. He knew what he was doing was wrong. He didn't get help. That's on him. All right. Same thing goes for everybody, not just him, bro. I'm talking about this as a blanket issue.
Yeah.
Every last one of these motherfuckers that do something like this need to be in jail. No buts about it. No ifs, ands, or anything else, bro. All right. Because when we open up the excuses for him, we're going to have to open up excuses for everybody else, like these other dudes, these other white guys. All right. That's why I say I'm not making no excuses for them. I just want everybody to be included when they trying to put all these people in jail with the Me Too movement, because it's really getting a lot of black men locked up and very few white guys. That's all I'm gonna say about this shit.